Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup and many other international thoroughbred racing spectaculars. Williamstown businessman and cricket aficionado, Mr. Adam Wilcock, welcome you here to the Fight Card Promotions inaugural professional boxing show. Howard Lee is my name, boxing is my business. Welcome to Centre Ring for the opening bout and a big program of 6 international professional fights at Flemington, Friday, February 18, 2011. Okay, coming down to the blue corner from Auckland, New Zealand, Kashif Mumtaz. And Charlie Laporto, head coach in the corner, Joel Casey assisting with Oscar Telemara. In memory, your judges for this opening bout on Adam Wilcock's Fight Card Promotion at the beautiful Flemington Racecourse in the heartland of Melbourne City, the home of the famous Melbourne Cup. Samantha Bullner, Diamond Dale Westerman and Andrew Campbell are your timekeepers. Ringside physician, the redoubtable Dr. Peter Lewis. Members of the Professional Boxing and Combat Sports Board at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, Fight Card Promotions kick off by 6 rounds of boxing, international light heavyweight boxing. Introducing first on my right, occupying the blue corner, with Charlie Laporto, his mentor, from Auckland, New Zealand via Pakistan. He's fought the best, the cream of the crop in Australasia, including Shane McConville, Daniel Lovett, Joel Casey. Tipped the scales at 77 kilograms, 28 professional fights, 7 wins, 1 draw, 5 by knockout. Have gun will travel, wearing blue trunks with white trim. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kashif Mumtaz. And across the ring in the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Nundar, Queensland, one of 2 superlative former Australian Olympic amateur boxers, turning professional recently and fighting for the first time in professional boxing in Melbourne, Australia, with senior coach Steve Deller in the corner from Fortitude Gym, Brisbane. Ladies and gentlemen, in amateur boxing, a remarkable record, 180 fights, 152 wins. He won gold at the Melbourne Commonwealth Games in 2006. He represented Australia at the 2008 Beijing Olympics in China. In professional boxing, he has a perfect 4 out of 4 ain't bad at 74.90 kilograms, black trunks with gold trim. Ladies and gentlemen, fondly known as Left Jab. Would you welcome Jarrod? Left Jab, Fletcher. Referee in charge of the action, 6 rounds of boxing, Mr. Malcolm Bullner, to give referees instructions.
Welcome to Centre Ring, gentlemen. Good clean fight. Obey my instructions all the time. Shake hands, don't come or fight in the belt. Good luck.
The Barra boys are here. Round.
Andrew.
Right, Malcolm? Okay. Round 1.
Peter, tremendous way to kick off the evening. Jarrod Fletcher for the folks at home in the black with yellow piping trunks, and Kashif Mumtaz in the blue with the white piping. And wow, super impressive Jarrod Fletcher to date.
Like waiting last night at the Boxing Fit gym, Fletcher weighed 74.9 and Mumtaz 77 on the spot. So there's a bit of a weight differential there for Mumtaz. I don't know if it's going to work because Fletcher's a well-credentialed amateur and he's undefeated as a pro, so he's looking for bigger and better things, isn't he, Troy?
Absolutely, and Fletcher hailing from Harvey Bay, but born in Moe, Victoria. So a Victorian boy, but residing in Queensland now. Big raps on Jarrod Fletcher from many in the boxing game. I believe he has all the tools to go all the way to the top.
I interviewed him earlier. He said he wants to fight Monday and wants to move fast. So he's trained by Steve Dallas. Steve Dallas is a very good trainer, and it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out for this year because it's going to be, I think, his third year as a pro. So it takes a few years to get into it. He started in 2009, so this year's probably going to be his year to start moving forward.
27 years of age is Jarrod Fletcher. Kashif Mumtaz, 33 years of age. So the 6-year age differential. And looking to really put his name up in lights as Jarrod Fletcher, the Queenslander. In superb physical condition, not an ounce of fat on him. Just sizing up his options at the moment.
Beautiful mover.
Yeah.
But he's got to step up a bit more with the jab. The pros and the amateurs are completely different. He just needs to plan himself a bit more and try and get a bit more power behind that speed because he'll be deadly if he does that.
It's a game of cat and mouse at the moment, Peter.
Well, Mumtaz is very experienced. I mean, Mumtaz has been in with a stack of fighters. He's been in with Baff. He's been in with Zach Award. He's
McConville.
Yeah, been in there with a stack of fighters. And look, Porky Lovett, split decision loss. He's been in there with some big names, Mumtaz.
He's an awkward fighter, is Mumtaz, isn't he? He always gives his all. There's never not a quitting bone in his body.
Look, he's a have gloves will travel guy. He takes bouts on short notice in opponents' backyards, and just basically a promoter's dream.
Keep it up.
And, both the boys there in a clinch. Hasn't been a real big punch landed as of yet. Just a feeling out process for Mumtaz and Fletcher. Nice body punches there by Fletcher. Brings the crowd to life. And that's the end of round one. Peter, how did you see that?
Fletcher is the busier of the two, so I'd score that to Fletcher.
Absolutely. And what a tremendous venue we have at the Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup, the Atrium Room.
Seconds out, thank you, Brad. Round two.
Stay in your corner. Box.
Round two, Peter Maniatis, Troy Zantuck in commentary, scheduled 6 3-minute rounds.
Piston-like jab there from Fletcher, or Fletcher as he's called, but Fletcher brazen across his shorts. He's definitely got the snap there.
He certainly has.
Didn't throw many right hands that round, no.
No, he was using the jab to effect. Yeah, that left jab definitely a scoring punch for Fletcher. Mumtaz on the retreat. Yeah, some beautiful body punches there. Jarrod Fletcher landing there. And Mumtaz stirs him into action. It's great to have the body punches in the arsenal, Pete, isn't it?
It is. Look, you got to put. It's like put money in the bank when you body punch. They all count and they slow you down, and you just need to get your body punch input, output straight in every round. You've got to throw your body punches.
And
Give me a glove.
Mumtaz takes a slip, and Malcolm Bullner officiating, one of the greats in Australian refereeing, no doubt about it. Yeah, that left hand, it's causing Mumtaz some trouble. Patient boxer is Fletcher.
Well balanced.
Well balanced, yeah.
Got good snap. I'd like to see him throw his right hand a bit more. He seems to be all left.
You feel that he's just putting that left out and then waiting for the crunching right hand to come? Is it patience, or is he just a little bit weary at the moment of Mumtaz?
I don't think he's weary of Mumtaz. I think it's just his style of fighting. When in the
beautiful left hand. And Mumtaz drops his hands, and that's a recipe for disaster. He puts them back up at now. But, geez, from the 1.5 rounds we've seen of Jarrod Fletcher, he's ultra impressive. Tremendous footwork, and those body punches.
Sorry, give it up.
Bit low there, bit south
bit low.
of the border.
Yeah, went down to Tasmania there, Pete. A little bit south. Yeah, those left jabs again, scoring punches from Fletcher, really finding his mark.
I'd like to see Mumtaz step up a bit here and have more of a go.
Nice right hand there by Mumtaz, but he's just not putting the combinations together, and a beautiful left hand to the chin of Mumtaz from Fletcher. Fletcher in the black with the yellow piping, Mumtaz the blue with the black and white stripes.
Round 2.
Dominating round out of Fletcher.
Ultra impressive Jarrod Fletcher in round 2.
Seconds out as we approach round 3.
Charlie, take some left, actually not too much. He'll go get it in his eye. He won't be okay. Box.
Start of round 3, coming to you from Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup, the Atrium Room, an Adam Wilcox production, the Australian Fight Series, and it should be an absolute ripper tonight. Some tremendous fights coming up. But now, the action in the ring. We've got Kashif Mumtaz up against the super impressive Jarrod Fletcher.
Don't hang in there, don't hang in there. Don't hang in there, don't hang in there.
A little bit low there.
Look, I think the body shots are starting to take its toll on Mumtaz. That's for sure. So his elbow's dropping a bit. I think he's definitely got the attention of Mumtaz now. And that's what happens when you work to the body constantly, like Fletcher with that snap. After a while, it just breaks you down, and when you hurt to the body, it takes a while to recover. It's not like a headshot, and it really slows you down. So Fletcher's looking really in good stead for this fight.
And I've been super impressed with Fletcher's patience to date, Peter. He's really been patient. He hasn't gone in there bull at a gate. He's crafted his punches.
Look, he's a Commonwealth gold medalist, and you know, when you're at that level and you've won a gold medal at Commonwealth Games, you've beaten English fighters, you've beaten Jamaicans, you've beaten Canadians, so he's at that world level. So, you know, it's going to keep you in good stead.
Well, it's there for all to see. Jarrod Fletcher from Harvey Bay, Queensland, up against Kashif Mumtaz. He's from Auckland via Pakistan. He was born in Pakistan, now residing in Auckland. Yeah, beautiful left hand there by Fletcher.
Mumtaz now, you can tell the fatigue's starting to set in, and the body shots are starting to take their toll. Needs to start fighting back.
Yeah, threw a reasonable right hand there, Mumtaz, but oh gee, that left hand piston that Jarrod Fletcher possesses, wow.
Bruising starting to show on Mumtaz's face as well. Starting to wait, Mumtaz. He needs to take the initiative.
Don't hold. Break it up. Step back. Okay, box.
Oh, some fantastic body rips there from Jarrod Fletcher.
Finished upstairs too, which was impressive.
Upstairs, downstairs. Wowee. That had the crowd on their feet. Jarrod Fletcher.
The advantage Mumtaz has got here, he's had close to 30 professional fights.
Big left hand there by Fletcher, Peter.
And he's absorbing this. So less a fighter would not be able to take this. I mean, when you look at Fletcher, he's giving away weight and experience, and he's dominating the fight.
Absolutely, well said, Pete. The end of round 3. Again, Jarrod Fletcher clearly on top.
Academian memory, seconds out to round 4.
Round 4, Peter. Kashif Mumtaz up against the up-and-coming superstar, Jarrod Fletcher, the Queenslander. "27 years of age, Fletcher."
Mumtaz has already had 3 fights this year, which is pretty busy when you consider only 6 weeks into the year. So he's fought 3 times in 6 weeks. That's the reason why he's not on his backside. He's fight fit, and he's worn a lot tonight, but you can just tell he's seasoned because he's been fighting this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Very much like a footballer, Peter. He's match hardened. He's been in the ring, as you said, 3 times already this year. And, gee, shows a lot of courage, the fights that I've seen him in.
Fletcher himself fought 2 weeks ago as well, so he's got a bit of the Christmas pudding rust away. So, I mean, he looks pretty sharp himself.
Hard to see any of that Christmas pudding there, Pete. He's in absolute peak physical condition, is Jarrod Fletcher. Yeah, lovely left hand there.
What does Mumtaz have to do here, Troy? Get himself back into the fight.
Well, he needs to throw a big overhand right that might catch Jarrod Fletcher unawares, but I'm not seeing it at the moment because Fletcher's got his eyes on the prize. He's focused.
So you're basically saying the Pearl Harbor attack.
The Pearl Harbor attack could be enforced, Peter. Oh, look at that left hand there by Jarrod Fletcher. The crowd loving that. Yeah,
Nice body rip there.
Left rip there, Pete, but we're all waiting for that big right hand, aren't we? From Jarrod Fletcher.
Doesn't seem to throw the right hand. Wonder if it's injured. Wonder if it's sore.
Oh, yeah. Well, that left hand's doing enough damage. Oh, some beautiful left hands to the chin of Mumtaz. But boy, oh boy, Mumtaz, he won't be denied, Peter.
He's resilient,
yeah.
He's durable, and as we said, he's fight fit. This is his 3rd fight this year, and look, Mumtaz has got plenty of heart. And Mumtaz, look, he's fought up at the light heavyweight level. This fight's at super middleweight catch weight, but you can see that Mumtaz is a bigger guy in there, so he's obviously been able to absorb the punishment quite well tonight.
Break, go punch, step back. Okay, box.
See some bruising now on Mumtaz's
You can.
left cheek. That's from the jab.
Yeah, that jab has been supersonic from Jarrod Fletcher tonight. Bit of a stalemate here.
That's the bell.
Into round 4.
4.
Again, clearly a tremendous round from Jarrod Fletcher.
It's a boxing exhibition, Troy. What more can we say?
Absolutely a boxing masterclass, Peter.
First fight of our program. Academian seconds out, round 5. Let's get involved. Cashy blue. Jarrod in the black.
Fletcher coming out.
Came out like a house on fire.
The crowd at the atrium room, Flemington Racecourse, they're hoping that Jarrod Fletcher can finish this fight early. Plenty of support here for the boy from Harvey Bay, Queensland.
We're into the 5th round, Troy, of a 6x3 minute contest. I don't think it's going to finish by stoppage. I'm pretty
Oh, a big left hand there by Fletcher. Hang on to your hat, Peter Maniatis. That was a tremendous punch.
I just think the durability and the fact that Mumtaz has got 30 fights under his belt and the weight advantage. I mean, I weighed him last night, but Mumtaz would probably be 82, 83 kilo when in centre ring at the moment.
And what you're saying is making perfect sense. The way that Mumtaz absorbed that punch, well, it would have had a lesser fighter on the canvas.
He's definitely been outclassed. He's not being hurt. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, well said, Pete.
But saying that, I mean, Fletcher's got a massive future, but I'd love to see Fletcher sit on his punches a bit more.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely got the power there.
Come on, don't hang it there, don't hang it there. Come
Words
on,
of wisdom coming from 4-time Victorian boxing promoter there, Peter Maniatis, and host
box.
of the groundbreaking KO boxing show.
face of Mumtaz is really starting to swell up now.
Yeah, and the welts around the rib cage. Wowee.
It's been a brave effort tonight from Mumtaz.
It has.
He's earned every dollar tonight.
He's ticked the intestinal fortitude box, no doubt about that.
One thing I've noticed about Fletcher, he's very hard to hit because each time Mumtaz goes to throw a punch, Fletcher's ready to bounce back and counter. And that's a sign of a very good fighter.
Now Mumtaz doing a bit of
the footwork
showboating
on Fletcher.
Yep.
I mean, he just circles around. He's got beautiful balance, beautiful footwork. Just surprised he hasn't thrown a right hand more tonight.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment you make, but as I said before, Pete, the left hand's done quite a bit of damage. It might be a reason that we don't know of, but as you said, the footwork. Fred Astaire would be happy with the footwork of Jarrod Fletcher. He's putting on a fantastic display for the boxing fans here at the Atrium Room Flemington Racecourse, and these fights going all around Australia. And again, Mumtaz putting the hands down. Don't do that, because you could end up on the canvas the way Jarrod Fletcher's throwing those left hands.
Mumtaz, another thing we don't know about him, he's a top-class cricketer and a fast bowler.
Is that right?
That's right. So, played cricket in Pakistan at a high level.
Okay, round 5.
Another dominating round of Fletcher.
Adam Wilcox, fight card promotion, spectacular. Academian seconds out, 6 stand, final round.
The 6th and final round coming to you from the Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup, the Atrium Room. Jarrod Fletcher up against Kashif Mumtaz, and Fletcher putting on a masterclass of boxing, Peter Maniatis.
Yeah, well, Fletcher, 6 fights, 6 knockouts. He'll be desperate to make it 7 from 7. And look, I think a points win's going to be great for him, but I think he's definitely going to be looking for the knockout in the last round for him.
Well, his supporters and his trainer, his entourage, would be extremely impressed with the way their charge is fought tonight.
Mumtaz is definitely the best fighter he's fought as a professional up to date. And look, looking at Fletcher's schedule, he's got Robbie Bryant in Perth for the vacant PABA middleweight title, and that's on March the 12th, which will be interesting.
Fantastic, and the way that the Fletcher's fighting at the moment, he should be absolutely primed for that fight, because as you intimated early on, Peter, that Mumtaz, an awkward opponent, very hard to get into a rhythm with Mumtaz as he does the do-si-do around the ring. Very animated fighter is Kashif Mumtaz.
He's entertaining. I mean, look, he's at the journeyman level now of an opponent.
Yep, 7 wins for 29 fights.
But he'll give everyone an honest fight.
Yep, and that's all you can ask for.
He earns his keep, and that's all you get. And he's a promoter's dream.
Again, putting the hands down. Put them up, Kashif. Oh, beautiful left-hand combination there by Jarrod Fletcher. Upstairs, downstairs. Been most impressed. The jab's been tremendous, Pete, but the downstairs work of Jarrod Fletcher, it's been sensational. Those left body rips.
Some good angles there from Fletcher, but look, I think he, as I said before, I think he's just got to throw his right hand a bit more, sit on his punches a bit, just develop a touch more power, because he's got everything he needs to be a real star in boxing.
Absolutely, and you're most impressed with his footwork, aren't you?
I am, and I'm impressed with his left hand. He's got as good a left hand as I've seen in a long, long time. Just needs to have the right hand follow it, because it's no use breaking him open with the left and not having the right hand come right through to capitalise. And I don't know why he hasn't thrown it tonight, because he's been in position a few times to throw it, and he hasn't thrown it.
Again, that jab, he's just eating leather, isn't he, Mumtaz? Well, hello, the showboat of Mumtaz. Welcome.
That's all, a big round of applause there for Kashi and
great way to start the night. Jarrod Fletcher, well, the zero stays. Fantastic performance, Jarrod Fletcher.
Thank you, Damon. We have a unanimous decision. All our three judges, Samantha Bulnadale, Westerman, Andrew Campbell, had the same score totals, 60-54. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, unanimous points, red corner, Jarrod, left jab to Fletcher. 5 consecutive wins.
No surprise there as Jarrod Fletcher, a superstar in the making.
Okay, coming down to the blue corner in bout number 2, ladies and gentlemen. He's a man on a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the blue corner from Sunshine, Victoria. In 2006, he's represented his native African country at the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne. 9 professional fights, 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 inside the distance. Wearing black trunks with a touch of white, trained by John Cheetah, the King of the West. Ladies and gentlemen, a Team Ultimate, with his Team Ultimate in the corner at 66.30 kilograms, the same weight as his opponent. Coming off a big win over WBC champion, Tasmania's Stephen Maxwell. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Rivan Cesaire. And across the ring, wearing camouflage trunks, army trunks, with Lethal Les Wilson and John Green in the corner. The 2 times Queensland light welterweight champion. Last fought in Melbourne at Festival Hall 8 years ago almost. From Southport, Queensland, fondly known as the Glamour Boy, ladies and gentlemen. 22 fights, 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw, 5 by knockout. Would you welcome back to Melbourne, Queensland's Brad Hemney. Referee Ignatius Miscellaneous. Clarify that, judges Samantha Bulner, Diamond Westerman and Andrew Campbell. Your ringside position, the man in white and pink, Dr. Peter. Dr. Pink.
All right, boys, I spoke to you in the change rooms. Obey my commands all the time. Keep yourselves all the time. Touch gloves now and good luck.
And Rivan Cesaire, I mean, Brad Hemmings, look, he's a credentialed fighter, 13 wins, 8 losses. Cesaire 6-3. It's a good matchup.
And Cesaire coming off a massive, a huge win over Steve Maxwell.
Yes. It was a good venue as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to an absolutely tremendous fight. This one, it's very evenly matched. And just for the viewers at home, we've got Brad Hemming. He's in the camouflage trunks, and Rivan Cesaire in the black, with emblazoned with boxing on them.
It's pretty slick, Cesaire. He's very, very quick, and he puts his punches together. And interesting, I don't think he's wearing he's wearing one of those smaller cups because there's nothing around his waist as far as protection goes.
Interesting, Pete, and Cesaire, 29 years of age, and originally, well, he's from Cameroon, born in Cameroon, and is residing now in Victoria, Sunshine, Victoria. He's under the tutelage of Western Suburbs legend Johnny Sheeter, and he's fighting out a Team Ultimate, so he's in very, very good hands, is Rivan Cesaire.
He came in the fighter series late, actually, because Nick Zamalakis pulled out with an eye injury. It required stitching. So, look, sometimes being a late sub into a tournament, you just get the luck. A bit like the Greyhounds, Troy. How many times do we see the reserve come in and win the race?
Absolutely. The 9 and the 10, the cloth, and the Greyhounds, Pete. And we've got Brad Hemming. He goes under the alias of the Glamour Boy. And he's from Southport in Queensland.
Both boys pretty willing in the first round, Troy.
Absolutely. The Queenslanders off to a tremendous start with the lightning left hand of Jarrod Fletcher. And, gee, bigger things to come from Jarrod Fletcher, Peter.
For sure. For sure, he looked impressive. And, yeah, this is like starting to really get entertaining, isn't it, Troy?
Yeah, it's a great night. A capacity crowd at the Atrium Room. Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup, and Adam Wilcox putting on this event, and he's done a tremendous job, has Adam.
He certainly has. And talking about raps, Troy, I've got to give you a rap. SEN 1116, the GBU crew on Wednesday night. Yourself and Stephen Milne have really been great listening for me, mate, while I'm on the internet looking up box rec and records. Just having you guys on there, it's great stuff between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m.
Thank you very much, Peters. It gets a bit willing there with Cesaire throwing some nice left-right hand combinations, going to the body of Brad Hemming there. Rivan Cesaire. Again going to the body. He's a very, very good body puncher, is Cesaire, from what we've seen in the early going.
Cesaire had a great amateur career. As we said, he came over to Australia for the 2006 Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
And he represented Cameroon. But then again, he's another guy that's a victim of a bit too long in the amateurs because he just doesn't sit on his punches.
And that concludes round one. Pete, how did you see round one?
I'll score it to Cesaire.
Yeah. Cesaire was just a little bit busier.
Seconds out, round two.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Round two of a scheduled 6-round fight, Troy, here at the Flemington Racecourse, and this is the first fight of the fighter series.
Yeah, tremendous concept, and kudos to Adam Wilcox. He's done a tremendous job, and easy to see that this capacity crowd really enjoying themselves. So they're in for a boxing smorgasbord, an extravaganza of fistic fury. Cesaire throwing that left jab out.
Cesaire's got that Mayweather style where he's got the left hand down and the the right hand up where he parries and catches and uses evasive skills. It's a classic American Negro style fighting way, and it's been successful for Mayweather, and I know a lot of the American fighters use that style, and Rivan Cesaire feels comfortable with it. He's onto it, and
it's a great observation, Pete.
He's scoring well with it tonight. Does well with lead left hooks too.
Brad Hemming, 13 wins in his 22 fights to date.
Hemming came in 2 kilo, nearly 3 kilo above the welterweight limit. Which, I mean, I don't know how it works with a fighter series, but it's
it's a fair weight differential in the lower weight categories, isn't it?
It certainly is.
He's using that left jab to great effect, is Cesaire. Just keeping Hemming at bay and keeping him thinking. Will that cocked right hand connect? Brad Hemming under the tutelage of lethal Les Wilson. So he's in very good hands. And Johnny Sheeter does wonderful things in the western suburbs. He's kickboxing, boxing. He's just, he's an icon out that way.
Cesaire working well. I'm impressed with Cesaire's ring craftsmanship and movement. He's very smart, very evasive, and he's a classy boxer. Just needs a bit of power. He needs to throw his right hand a bit better. He slaps his right hand a bit. Needs to turn his punch a bit more with the right hand. I don't like criticising fighters, but if he just develops a bit more power, I think he's going to be a force.
I like the focus of Cesaire. He doesn't look to be a lazy fighter. His footwork's been sensational to date, and Brad Hemming evading a big right hand there by Rivan Cesaire. Doing a bit of do-si-doing there was Brad Hemming. But Cesaire's taking the fight to Hemming, isn't he? He's
Cesaire's winning the round, and he's won the first round on my unofficial scorecard.
Under the chin. And, clearly against Cesaire, another round.
Round 2. Seconds out. Round 3.
Round 3, Brad Hemming, the Queenslander, up against Rivan Cesaire, fighting out of Victoria, Sunshine, Western Suburbs.
What I do like about Hemming is his experience, his composure. He's not getting overawed because Cesaire's definitely got the speed factor, and he's tattooed to him at the moment, but it's not sort of getting him unflustered, Hemming. And Fleming's, look, he's staying pretty composed, and he's shown his experience.
What do you see Hemming doing to win this fight, Peter? What does he have to do?
He's got to start stepping up, and and obviously throwing more punches, because you're not going to win a fight with his output at the moment. He's just not throwing enough punches, and he's sitting back and letting Cesaire dominate the fight.
Clubbing right hand and
clash of heads.
Clash of heads there. Both boys, both
blood
fighters.
coming out of Hemming.
That's right.
Hemming ended up with a worse sender.
Wow, that's a nasty cut there, Brad Hemming.
The doctor's going to have a look at that.
Yeah, the Hemming corner would have to be worried about that, as Dr. Peter Lewis is up and about, having a look at Hemming. That was a nasty one. Was a nasty head clash there, Pete.
It was, and it happens in boxing. I mean, it's just one of those things. Dr. Lewis is asking the referee what he thinks, and they're both looking at their options at the moment. I think they're going to box on.
Ignatius Missalades officiating. And always does a tremendous job, does Ignatius.
Look, the cut's on top of his head. As long as it doesn't roll into his eyes, he's going to be okay.
Absolutely cascading down his body, Brad Hemming.
He's got to really fire him up, and I think it's fired him up, it's sharpened him up, and sometimes that can happen, Troy.
Yeah, but it can also be a distraction too, because that blood's bleeding into his eye. It makes it very hard for him to see.
You know, it can work both ways.
Yeah.
And the last fight I saw got cut was Garth Wood when he fought Mundine, and it spurred him on and knocked Mundine out. Sometimes that can happen. Threw a nice punch there before Hemming, and it didn't land, but that's the one I think is his punch. The overhand right.
The overhand right for Hemming, that's the money punch for him.
It missed, but if he needs to throw it, that's a punch that can do a bit of damage.
Likes to go to the body, does Rivan Cesaire.
Now the blood's starting to be a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, it certainly is. Absolutely gushing out of the forehead of Brad Hemming. Making a mess of his camouflage shorts too.
And if we can get past this round, I'm sure they'll put the Adrenaline 500 on there, and I'm sure the cutman will work wonders, because it's on the top of the head. It's not like over the eyebrow or anything where it's in a nasty spot. So he's just got to get through this round.
But it's certainly an ominous target for Cesaire to have a crack at, isn't it, that cut? 20 seconds of this round to go. Gee, that blood is gushing. It must be making very hard for Brad Hemming to focus and basically see. Cesaire working downstairs, swatting right hand that found the fresh air of the atrium room at Flemington Racecourse.
Cesaire's been patient here as well. He's seen blood and he hasn't gone too overboard.
4 round. Round 3. Dr. Ben Lewis in the corner there with Les Wilson and Johnny Green, the team. Just a nasty head clash there. Rivan,
The doctor said he's
seconds
okay.
out, round 4.
You stopping it?
Round 4 scheduled to go 6 rounds. Will it go 6 rounds?
Time out here. The doctor's up in the ring apron. Looks like this fight's over, mate.
Wow, that's unfortunate because we were really looking forward to this Hemming Cesaire bout. But boy, that head clash, it was one of the nastiest I've seen.
Oh, you're not letting him fight?
But as you can see, look, they waved it off. We picked it, Troy.
Referee Ignatius Miscellaneous has
Accidental
waved
head
off the
clash.
fight.
This will be a draw.
The corner retired the fighter.
This will be a technical draw. That's what I'm tipping because that was the third round.
Yep.
Depending on the...
Okay, bad luck there to Brad Hemming, referee Ignatius.
the corner retired the fighter, so TKO win to
Cesaire, Rivan Cesaire.
Pulled the bout off at the end of round 3. David Membry says it was 1 second in an injury. Whereabouts, and of course Rivan Cesaire copped a nasty one. Was a head clash?
Yeah, it was an accidental head clash. The doctor said he was okay to continue, but his cornerman wanted to retire him, so he loses on a technicality.
What was the injury as you saw it?
A head clash cut above the forehead.
No eye injury at all?
No eye injury.
Rivan, did he have an injury that you saw?
No.
Okay, and the corner called it off?
Yeah, his corner.
Okay, you bring Rivan to centre ring, ladies and gentlemen, taking his record to 10 bouts, 7 wins. He's early on a roll. I've given him a new name too, John. Rivan Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar. Okay, welcome back to Centre Ring, Adam Woodcock. His first big program. It's going off like a house on fire, should we say that. The Fight Card Promotion welcomes you to bout 3 in our welterweight series, culminating at the end of the year for the IBO Championship. 6 rounds of boxing, interstate welterweight bout. Introducing in the blue corner on my right, wearing Collingwood Magpie colours of black with white. 34 years young, ranked top 10 Ray Wheatley's World of Boxing newspaper. Coach, brave Brad Gallagher, who came back from a life-threatening illness 12 months ago because boxing was his salvation. This young man, 16 fights, 4 wins, 3 draws.
Sam, you doing this one?
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 inside the distance. At 66.10 kilograms, fondly known as the Cobra, Alex Artong from New South Wales.
Andrew?
And across the ring with Mario Patrici, the head coach from Reservoir, Victoria via Rockhampton, Queensland. He's a Victorian welterweight champion. He's a Queensland welterweight champion. 13 fights, 10 wins, 1 draw. At 26 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, ranked 10 in the National World of Boxing rankings. At 66.30 kilograms, wearing familiar tassel trunks with the name Jimmy James emblazoned. Ladies and gentlemen, colourful showman, the gunslinger, Jimmy James. Judges at ringside on the 10-point mass system. Samantha Bulder, Malcolm Bulder, Andrew Campbell. When the bell tolls, your man in charge of the action, Ignatius Miscellatus. 6 rounds of boxing, Paris Productions.
Jimmy?
Winner Kid Keller.
Alright boys, I've discussed the rules with you, okay? These are both southpaws, so I want to watch those head clashes,
Thank
okay?
you, Bradley.
Protect yourselves at all
The big
times, obey my commands. Touch gloves, good
Okay,
luck.
Australia's best, most fight card promotions. Here we go, round 1. Let's get involved, Alex and Jimmy.
A tremendous fight. Jimmy James, the gunslinger, in the white trunks with the white tassels, and he's up against the New South Welshman, Alex Artong. He's in the black trunks with the white piping. Peter, how do you see this panning out?
Well, both of them are southpaws, Troy, and I think southpaws hate fighting southpaws. That's how.
Yeah.
But look, Jimmy needs to get his speed up, his timing, find his range, definitely get his punch output out, because look, Artong's got a lot of power. His record doesn't suggest
No, it doesn't.
that he's
4
a
wins
winner.
from 16 bouts.
Yeah, but believe me, he can fight.
Goes under the nickname of the Cobra, does Alex Artong. And Jimmy James, well, Jimmy's won 10 of 13 fights, a very impressive fight record the gunslinger is building.
Yes, and he's a former Victorian welterweight champion, current Queensland welterweight champion, and look, Jimmy's coming along nicely. And saying that, Artong, I mean, his last 5-6 opponents have been Tui Lavini, Josh King, Victor Shermos, Ray Anton Olarte, Stephen Maxwell, and Robert Whaley. So I mean, look,
Some
they're all
impressive
big
names there,
They're
absolutely.
all big names. They're
Yep.
all rated opponents. So look, with Maxwell, he lost a split decision in Maxwell's backyard. So look, he's a hard fighter.
Artong, 34 years of age. Jimmy, the gunslinger James, 26 years of age. So a massive age differential of 8 years there. So plenty of experience
When I say break, you'll step back.
with Alex
Step back
Artong.
there,
But
okay?
Jimmy James,
Clocks.
with an impressive record. 10 wins from 13 fights.
He's a very good amateur boxer too, Jimmy James. He travelled around the world with his amateur fights, and he's a very, very good fighter. I mean, he's a proud Aboriginal heritage too. We see the Aboriginal flag on his boots.
There you go. When he ducks
He's,
down, don't push down.
I think he's from the Mungie or Munbury breed up north, which is a pretty athletical breed. I mean, it's the same breed as one of Kathy Friedman.
Is it really, Peter?
It is, yep.
Wow. That is athletic. But did Jimmy James always a tremendous following in Victoria? And we're coming to you live from the Atrium Room, Flemington Racecourse, the home of the Melbourne Cup, and it's the Australian Fight Series, and it's being put on, and it's being put on superbly by Adam Wilcox.
Let it go. When you're flicking out that right, watch the back of the hand, okay? Box.
It's been a pretty even type of round here. I mean, both guys have had their moments.
There you go.
James, I've got slightly in front. I think he's landed the crispier punches.
No punch, boys. There you go.
Jimmy James, trained by Mario Patrice, who's as tough as nails. He's in the nightclub industry.
Fantastic. Round one completed, and well,
James for mine.
James just. Jimmy James just.
First show, Peter Maniatis. The moment of truth. Grab a flyer from your tables. Seconds out, round two. Scheduled 6.
Do that bucket, boys. Box.
So we had both of us had the first round just to Jimmy James, but very evenly matched fight. This both southpaw stance.
Don't punch. When I say break, stop.
Artong very strong, isn't he?
Very strong.
Box.
Just looks strong. I mean, James is a flashier boxer, so Jimmy's got to get in there and box. Doesn't want to slug there with Artong.
Break. Let it go. Watch the pushing down. Don't need that.
Pretty popular here tonight too, Jimmy. A lot of vocal support in the crowd, which helps. Troy?
Absolutely, Peter. A very popular fighter in Victoria is Jimmy James, and he's fought on a few of your cards. And always gives a tremendous account of himself. So the viewers at home, Jimmy James in the white trunks with Jimmy and Blaze and on the top with the white tassels, and Alex Artong in the black with the white piping. As Artong goes to school. Both fighters separated there. James coming with the left and right hand combination.
Good work there from Jimmy. Caught Artong napping.
One of the great crouchers, Jimmy James, isn't he? He has great evasive skills. Yeah, tag with the left hand there, Artong from Jimmy James. Fantastic nicknames, the Cobra, Alex Artong, and the Gunslinger, Jimmy James. Artong sizing up Jimmy James, but
he's on tonight, Jimmy James. I'm pretty impressed tonight. He's looking sharp, and he's on. His last fight against Abner Lasana was quite pedestrian. I mean, he had to do what he had to do.
He did the job, yeah.
A few weeks before that, he beat Sammy Leone for the vacant Queensland State welterweight title, and the fight before that, he won the Victorian welterweight title against Robert Manito. But tonight, he switched on. This is the best I've seen Jimmy in a long time. Actually, best I've seen Jimmy was against Paul Copperman, and that was Racecourse Road Reception Centre at Moonee Valley. He won that fight and he really fought well. But tonight, he's looking the goods.
Great observations there from four-time Victorian promoter of the year, Peter Maniatis, and co-host of Radio Ringside, SEN 1116, 10 to 11 every Thursday. And that's going great guns, no doubt about that, Peter.
It is with Finey, our co-host.
With Mark Fine doing a wonderful job as Tong and Jimmy James exchange some clubbing blows, and Jimmy James, a tremendous left hand.
And he smiled. He liked it that much. Jimmy gave it a smile.
He was very happy with that. But Artong, to his credit, he's still on his feet. But wow, a withering left hand there by James.
Round two.
James's round for mine there.
Fantastic left hand there. Jimmy James.
Yep, there we go. Looking at a big show ahead, May 27, the Powerhouse, Diamond Western. Currently. Thank you, Damien. Seconds out, round three.
What's the back of the head, Jimmy? Alex, what's the back of the head, right?
Tonight's fight night.
Let's get involved. Come on, get behind Alex and Jimmy. Round three.
Tonight's fight night brought to you by Adam Wilcock. And he's doing a great job, a capacity crowd at the Atrium Room, Flemington Racecourse, the home of one of the greatest sporting endeavours of all time, the Melbourne Cup. And in the ring at the moment, the combatants, Jimmy James in the white tassels against the New South Welshman, Alex Artong in the black with the white piping. Some tremendous punches traded in the previous round, Pete, but again, James on top.
James is countering beautifully here tonight, and that's his game plan. He's waiting for Artong to commit, and James is countering him, and he's on fire tonight, James. Up against a very, very dangerous opponent.
As you said, he's on tonight, he's focused, he's got the eye of the tiger. Bouncing on the feet there, Jimmy James. Artong he's been patient, but he needs to throw a few more.
The hand speed belongs to James.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
each time they counter, he's the gunslinger. He's got the gun out before his opponent has, Troy.
But can the Cobra strike? What can the Cobra do?
Look,
What's
Artong,
his game plan?
he's a power puncher. I mean, he's going to need to land some solid shots to slow Jimmy down, because at the moment, Jimmy's pace is winning in the fight.
And also the hot mustard in the gloves of Jimmy James. I've just noted a power differential in their punches.
James just got caught then by a solid left hand, and that's what he doesn't need to get caught with. It was best punch of the fight there landed by Artong.
And that could give Artong the confidence he needs to go on with this fight, because up to date, well, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, good counter work there from James. James is on tonight, Troy.
He's on, but as you said before, Pete, he doesn't want to be tagged.
Lovely left hand there from James.
The confidence is growing with Jimmy, the gunslinger James. He feels now there could be an opening with Artong.
Nice bounce in his legs. He's
Always
looking
bouncing,
fresh.
yep.
One of our favourites, Jimmy the gunslinger James. Nice evasive skills there on the ropes.
He takes a few gasps of air, does the gunslinger. But gee, his supporters, his corner, and the crowd here at the Atrium Room appreciating the gunslinger's performance so far.
Wow! Caught there! And that's what we spoke about, the power!
The complacency there.
He needs to find his feet, James. He was winning the fight. Everything was going to the script, but no one told that to Artong.
Artong unload.
A power puncher, end of the round.
End of the round, and wow, Jimmy James.
It came at the right moment, Troy.
Oh, what it's come out of nowhere, that punch from Artong. But again, it's the complacency, isn't it? With you just can't be too complacent.
Seconds out as we approach round 4.
Come on, guys. Let's go, boys.
Round 4 here. That was a 10-8 round to Alex Artong. Now James has got to get that bounce in his leg, because he needs to come back. He's a minute enough to come back from that big power shot that he received at the end of the 3rd round.
Well, the best two punches thrown by Artong have been absolute slobber knocker power punches, and his confidence is growing, Artong. You feel that Jimmy James, when he went back to his corner after that round,
Yeah, I don't think he's recovered. James just got caught again with the left.
he was seeing stars. Artong, the confidence up, going to work on the body. Alex Artong, the New South Welshman.
He needs to weather the storm here, James.
He does.
These are testing moments here for Jimmy James. He needs to stay tight and not get caught with any big shots.
After being super impressive in the early rounds, the tide's turned. Artong, another left hand.
James now getting caught. And that's what we spoke about.
Push down on him.
Some big left
He's gotta
hooks.
move.
Left hand uppercut. James comes back. Oh, but Artong, he's
James
zeroing
has
in and
got a fight
he
back. He stopped it.
He stopped the fight. Miscellaneous.
Controversial.
Wowee.
That's an
Artong.
early stoppage.
Oh, well, I don't know, but Artong was coming on like a tidal wave.
That's all. Just go let me raise your hand, and you can take over.
The time. Referee Ignatius Miscellaneous waved the fight off at 1 minute, 11 seconds into round 4. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, from Balgowrie, New South Wales, Alex the Cobra Artong.
Changes in Victoria Waterway champion Tim Hunter. Tim is from the Paulley tonight in the final series. Get the preparation done. Normally he's going to spend the day. I've been training hard for this for the last couple of months, training twice a day, running every morning, training every night, so really well. Back in the training, he's been one of the most potential fighting fighters since 2 times Australian champion Matthew Paulley. Welcome to Melbourne to fight the favourite tonight, Tim Hunt. How you going today? I've come back here before and we didn't fight. I know this is the last fight for me. fight. They were for 40 to 30 months. Now it's time to make it up. I need to do my best to get
Paulley working the corner. And we welcome the red corner. Rob Millisek is here from Fitzroy North. The hunter, Tim Hunt. On Sunday, the Grizzlies IBF Championship. Women's. Terry Cruz, USA, says he can Ramadan. Sunday afternoon, midday start. Nancy Bartira will be there. How about that? Adam Wilcock continues his welterweight series here. Fight Card Promotions. You're at Flemington Racetrack, the home of the Melbourne Cup. Fight night, Friday night fights. 6 rounds of interstate welterweight boxing. Introducing first in the blue corner from Narellan, New South Wales. Father-son with Brad Gallagher in the corner with Steve Paulley from the Grange Gym, New South Wales. He holds the IBO Asia Pacific Welterweight Championship, former Australian Super Lightweight Championship. He won that championship on a Peter Maniata show at Collingwood. He's a regular feature boxer on Fox Sports Boxing at 66.40 kilograms. 30 fights, 19 wins, 6 losses, 5 draws, 7 inside the distance. Would you welcome back to Melbourne, wearing blue, black and white, Matt Paulley. And across the ring, at the official weigh-in last night at Boxing Fit 1300 Port Melbourne, Mick Hargrove supervised the weigh-in. He brings to centre ring his man from Fitzroy North, the recently crowned Victorian welterweight champion, managed by Adam Wilcox. He's a personal trainer. 10 fights, 8 wins, 2 losses. Ranked number 8 world of boxing with 3 knockouts inside the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, white trunks with black trim. He's on the prowl. Tim the Hunter Hunt. He tipped the scales at 66.40 kilograms, the same weight as his opponent. Referee Malcolm Mulder, judges Ignatius Missalatis, Dale Westerman and Andrew Campbell. Here we go, Malcolm. Referee's instructions.
Welcome to center ring, gentlemen. You know the rules. Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Shake hands now. Come on, fight in the bell. Good luck.
Looking forward to this one. Peter Maniata's Tim Hunt up against Matt.
This is going to be a big one, Troy. And look, Tim Hunt, he's all the go here in Victoria. It's a new boom word, as they say, and big things expected from Tim Hunt. But Matt Paulley, 2-time Australian professional champion, and very experienced Matt Paulley.
Matt Paulley, 19 wins from 30 fights, 7 inside the distance.
Hunt straight to work with the left and right.
Tim Hunt brings an impressive boxing credentials into this bout. 8 wins from 10 fights, 3 by KO. Comes from the Boxing Fit Gym in Port Melbourne under the tutelage of Magic Mighty Mick Hargraves, and looking after Frankie LoPorto as well, doing great things down at Port Melbourne. Residing in Fitzroy North is Tim Hunt.
Tim Hunt's had some ink done on his back.
He certainly has. It's more
during
ink
the off season, yeah.
More ink there than the Sistine Chapel there, and gee whiz, Tim Hunt, he's come a long way in his 10 fights, winning 8 of
$1 million
those.
at the moment. He started off really, really well. Matt Paulley's got to be wondering why he made a comeback at the moment.
Just for the viewers at home, Matt Paulley in the blue trunks with the white, black and silver tassels. Tim Hunt, Collingwood colours, the black and the white. Oh, some beautiful body punching there by the hunter, Tim Hunt. Renowned for his left rips is Tim Hunt. Loves to go to work inside. And Matt Paulley, a seasoned campaigner, Peter Maniatis.
Hunt's speed's very, very good. He's putting his punches together. He's looking complete tonight. Got caught down with a straight left, Timmy. Coming in. Can't be too careless with Paulley.
No, as we said, a seasoned campaigner is Matt Paulley.
He's got 30 professional fights under his belt and like 74 amateur bouts as well. So Hunt hurt him then. Bit of a stagger there from Paulley.
Oh,
Hunt's got him.
Big left
Hunt
right
could have
hand
him.
there. Hunt with that left right hand combination.
This could be over.
He's got Paulley on the ropes. He's sizing him up. Left right
This could be
hand.
over.
Hunt pursuing.
This could be over.
Paulley. It could be all over.
Paulley
Oh, he
his leg.
staggered him.
The fight should be stopped. Paulley's out. The fight should be stopped.
It's got to be. The towel's been thrown in and Tim Hunt.
Impressive.
What a
A
display.
plus.
An absolutely
plus.
magnificent display of
Matt
boxing.
Paulley out on his feet. How did the referee let it go that long? I don't know.
Tim Hunt, what a performance. And the crowd are on their feet at the atrium room at Flemington Racecourse. Oh, Tim Hunt, take a bow. Matt Paulley was in loads of trouble on
That's
those
why he's a
ropes.
favourite for the fighter series.
Oh, amazing scenes here. Tim Hunt.
Malcolm Paulley, you stopped the contest. You saw a lot of firepower from Tim Hunt, but you didn't see much coming back from Matthew Paulley.
Correct. Yeah, he was kind of helpless on the ropes. He was kind of sitting on the ropes too and not fighting back, not defending himself. I had to jump in and stop it.
Raising arm, Tim, you came out, you got a new adornment on your back there. Take me through some of those configurations there.
Oh, they're just a few things on the back, a couple of sayings and that, but...
Saints, not St Kilda Saints. Saints. Tim, congratulations.
First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to Matthew Paulley. It was a pleasure to fight someone like him. Two-time Australian champion, IBO champion. Got a lot of respect for him and what he's done. I'd like to thank everyone who made the effort to come and support me tonight. And especially big thanks to my trainer Mick Hargroves, who puts all the work in. My brother, my dad, everyone who comes to support me. And yeah, thanks a lot. Kanofski, how you feeling?
Welcome back to Centre Ring, Friday night fights at Flemington Racecourse. Your promoter, Adam Wilcock, his inaugural big show here, the Australian Fight Series. We come to our semi-main event in the welterweight division. This is part of the interstate match that'll lead to an IBO championship fight later down the track. 6 rounds of boxing in all, Queensland affair. We wish our Queensland people good luck as they recover from those devastating floods that swept Queensland. Then there was a cyclone. Our thoughts are with our Queensland boxing family and all the people of that beautiful state. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the blue corner on my right, with Mario Patrisi joining Jeff Kanofski, a great fighting family from Red Bank Plains, Queensland, via Ipswich. He is the Queensland welterweight champion, 21 fights, 13 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses, 2 inside the distance, wearing the silver trunks with black trim, making his second Melbourne appearance. He fought here on a Brian Amatruda Barry Michael show in a very close fight for a national championship against Big Pat Rulo at 66.60 kilograms, ranked welter boxing number 7 in Australia. Would you welcome back Queensland's Jason Kanofski. And across the ring in the red corner, from Clayfield, Brisbane, Queensland, the second of our decorated former Australian international amateur superstars. From the Fortitude Gym at 25 years of age, he also had a remarkable amateur boxing career. 158 fights, 120 wins, a 3 times Australian senior amateur champion. Proudly represented Australia at the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne 2006. Proudly represented Australia Beijing Olympics in China 2008. In professional boxing, a perfect record, 3 bouts, 3 wins, a hat-trick, wearing a touch of green with black. Would you welcome to Melbourne for the first time in pro boxing, Todd TKO Kidd. Judges on the 10-point mass system, Andrew Campbell, Diamond Dale Westerman and Samantha Bullner. When the bell tolls for the first of 6, a busy man, Ignatius Missalinas. Here we go on Paris Productions, semi-main event.
Okay, guys, I spoke to you in the change rooms, okay? Protect the bone of commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times, okay? Touch gloves now and good luck.
So
Round 1.
the semi-main event of the night coming to you from the Atrium Room, Flemington Racecourse, and Adam Wilcock production. Doing a tremendous job, Adam Wilcock. A great night. There's been some tremendous fights. The previous fight, Tim the Hunter Hunt with a first round knockout. Quite extraordinary, Pete.
It was dramatic.
Matt Paulley.
I think that's got to be in for Matt Paulley. He's got to hang them up. It's had an illustrious career. He's won 2 Australian titles. He's been an IBO champion, but I don't want to see Matt Paulley box again. That
was an absolute demolition job. But the 2 combatants, the 2 Queenslanders, Todd Kidd up against Jason Kanofski.
Todd Kidd, what an impressive amateur record. When I saw him fight in Beijing in 2008.
Yeah, at the Olympics,
Yeah, he was okay. He was okay.
Just for the viewers at home, Pete, Todd Kidd, the bearded Todd Kidd.
The bearded Todd Kidd.
The bearded Todd Kidd. He's in the black with the green piping, and Jason Kanofski, the white with the black piping.
That could be a slogan for your show, GBU crew. You guys have done beards before, haven't you, Troy?
Absolutely, and it's the old bush ranger type beards there from
Ned Kelly.
Ned Kelly, TKO Todd Kidd. He's looking to stamp his authority in this bout against Jason Kanofski. Very evenly matched this particular fight.
Yeah, Kanofski keeps switching from orthodox to southpaw, so he's trying to catch Kidd napping. Nice uppercut landed there from Todd Kidd.
Kidd residing in Clayfield, Queensland, and Jason Kanofski, an Ipswich boy.
Nice greyhound track up at Ipswich.
Yeah, and a great race track also. And our hearts go out to all the Queenslanders.
Nice right hand there from Todd.
Oh!
Kanofski's down! And he's out!
No,
Is he out?
He's back up.
The lights have come out.
He's on jelly legs. Jason Kanofski. Some power punching there by Todd TKO Kid. Oh, wow. The left and right hand combination.
Nice uppercut there again from Kid. Kid smelling blood, going in for the finish.
Kanofski seeing stars at the moment.
He's on rubber legs.
Todd Kidd.
Todd Kidd staying patient, not being wild.
Kanofski not putting the hands up, and that's got to worry his corner. There's Todd Kidd, as you said, Pete. He can smell.
Another one, and it's got to be over, Troy. Ignatius Michelatis has waved it off. Todd Kidd, A+.
The TKO Kid's become the KO Kid. What a punch that was to the solar plexus. Oh, wow. Todd Kidd over Jason Kanofski. Round one, finito bonito.
We hope Barry Kidd's here tonight from the Port Melbourne Footy Club. Congratulations. 2 minutes, 44 seconds into round one. The TKO Kid, Todd Kidd. World of boxing. Coming down to the blue corner from New Zealand via India, Harry the Cobra Venka. Our main event of the evening on the bright lights of Flemington Racecourse. Your ringside position is Dr. Peter Lewis. Timekeeper at the bell, Damien Memory. Commentators, Peter Maniatis and Troy Zantuck. Howard Lee is my name. Boxing is my business, and business is good on Paris Productions. At Flemington Racecourse, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready to rock? Are you ready to box? We certainly are. 12 rounds of boxing for the Pan Asian Boxing Association Light Middleweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger in the blue corner with Oscar Telemara and Kashif Mumtaz working in the corner from Auckland, New Zealand via India, the great cricket nation of India. In India, he was a 5 times amateur champion of his country. 101 amateur fights, 97 wins, Ladies and gentlemen, at 69.40 kilograms, 28 years of age, 12 bouts, 8 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to Melbourne with red trunks, with whites. He's fondly known as the Cobra. Pepper, number 12 ranked, Harry Venka. And across the ring in the red corner from Glenroy, Victoria, he's a waterside walker, managed by our promoter Adam Wilcox, Fight Card Promotions. Working out with Mick Hargraves, Kevin Hargraves, boxing fit 1300, 69.50 kilograms was his weight at the weigh-in last night at boxing fit 1300. 33rd birthday a couple of days ago. 17 fights, 13 wins, 6 inside the distance. Former Victorian and Australian super welterweight champion. He went to Perth last October with a multitude of injuries and took the championship away from Perth's Daniel Dawson, the reigning and defending Pepper light middleweight champion. Victoria's own white trunks with red trim. He's known as the Italian Stallion, Frank LoPorto. Judges Andrew Campbell, Dale Diamond Westerman, and Malcolm the Bull Bulner, your referee, in charge of the action. Here we go, Malcolm.
Welcome to center ring, gentlemen.
Too quick.
Good, clean fight. Obey my instructions. All.
Peters in the corner.
Shake hands. No, come on, fighting at the bell.
Just again.
Shake hands. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, the main event.
Third man in the ring, Malcolm Bulmer, and a supervisor, Brad Bacali.
The main event, Peter Maniatis. It is Frank Laporto, the Italian Stallion, up against the Cobra from New Zealand, Harry Venka.
It's going to be an interesting matchup, Troy. Venka, of Indian descent, based in New Zealand. As we heard, he's got a fantastic amateur record, and he's 6 foot. And Laporto's about 5'10", so the height and reach with Venka. Laporto's obviously got to get in there and be a bull and work to the body, early especially.
Harry Venka, 28 years of age, 8 wins from 12 fights, residing in Auckland, New Zealand, up against the Italian Stallion, Frank Laporto, 33 years of age, 13 wins from 19 fights, a Glenroy boy, born in Brunswick, Victoria.
Interesting to see Laporto liking a box without any socks. Doesn't seem to have any socks there with his Everlast shoes.
Coming off a tremendous win against all odds win against Daniel Dawson, a unanimous points decision over 12 rounds at the Joondalup Arena in Perth, and that's really put Frankie on the map.
Going straight to walk Laporto, and we know he can do this for 12 rounds. Laporto's fantastic punching put,
absolutely, and a real smotherer too is Frank Laporto. He just will not let you get into a rhythm.
Right, don't hang in there. Keep walking, keep walking.
Venka just got caught at the end of a punch there, the end of the left hook, and he can't afford to do that tonight because Laporto will go to town on him.
Laporto with that stalking style, he will not give Venka any peace tonight, make no mistake about it. Laporto trained by one of the best in the business, Magic Mick Hargraves from the Boxing Fit Gym, Peter. And Mick will be absolutely cock-a-hoop about Tim Hunt's performance tonight.
He will, but just on the main event, Henry Venka, his last 2 fights against Steve Aramaya have resulted in a win, split decision, and a majority draw over 8 rounds.
Yeah,
so that's fantastic form because Steve Aramaya is a very good fighter.
Yeah, Malcolm Bulner warning Frank Laporto, punching too low, going down to Antarctica there.
It can happen when you're a body puncher and you get down low. And sometimes they do spray a little south of the border, but that's part of the game.
Yep, down Mexico way, south of the border. Nice right hand there by Harry Venka, but Laporto just keeps coming back.
Going over Laporto's form, he's had Jack Ertz alert, which he won on points over 6. Steve Aramaya he lost to over 6, and then he beat Daniel Dawson. So they've got a common denominator in the same opponent as Steve Aramaya, who Venka's defeated once and had a draw with, and Laporto's lost to. So on paper, it's going to be a close fight for him.
Absolutely.
Round one.
I scored that round on Laporto.
Yeah, Laporto clearly in that round threw more punches and more effective punches.
Seconds out to round two.
Round two, Troy, of a scheduled 12-round fight, and this is for all the marbles. The PABA light middleweight title. Venka lines the right hand straight away to say, I'm here to fight and I want your title.
Venka's come out of the starting blocks very quickly in round two, but Laporto gaining his composure. Left hand of Laporto, that left jab. I think a little shade of ringer Rosie there, both boxers. Laporto.
Trying to load up Laporto.
Yeah, he is. He's been stung into action by that early onslaught by Harry Venka, the New Zealander via India. This is where Laporto does his best work, positioning his opponent on the ropes. Devastating body puncher is Frank Laporto.
Heavy-handed Laporto. He just
look at him
balls in and he works and he really slows his opponent down. The thing I like about Laporto, he logs in his body punches, and every good fighter has to log in body punches. Great action here against the ropes from Laporto.
Look at those left and right hand rips by Laporto. A right hand uppercut there. Venka on his bike. He needs to get out of that corner really quickly, does Harry Venka. Or it could spell curtains very early on in this bout. And the night brought to you by Adam Wilcock. We're at the Flemington Racecourse in the atrium room. Tremendous night of boxing. And Adam Wilcock, he can take a bow.
Harry Venka, his game plan at the moment is to counterpunch Laporto, but the way it's working out, it's really not working.
Well, it's a recipe for disaster, Peter.
Laporto's just charging through that, and sooner or later he's going to land those big shots. And the thing that Laporto is landing is his body punches.
They're devastating.
Well, let's not put money in the bank. It's going to slow up Venka. As soon as he slows up, it's going to be Frankie time.
Laporto has an amazing support crew here tonight, Peter. You feel the whole of Melbourne's here with him.
Oh, he's loading up every punch out of Laporto. You can tell he's got his confidence.
Beautiful uppercut there by
and he's just sitting on his punches. He's just loading up every single punch.
Venka's holding on for dear life. He comes out with a right hand there, Venka. But Laporto does his best work inside, doesn't he? He does his best work. And he rattles rib cages. That's Frankie Laporto's modus operandi.
Geez, his punch output and just his work volume from Laporto is outstanding so far. And this is a 12-round fight. When we saw him against Daniel Dawson, Troy, we commentated that fight, and we know he can keep this up for 12 rounds.
Laporto is like the Duracell bunny. He will not stop. He just keeps going. And there's the end of round two. Laporto finding his range, Peter. No doubt about it.
We now wait a minute if you just joined us. Friday Night Fights. Seconds out, round three.
Frank Laporto bouncing up and down, fresh as a daisy. Came out with a nice stiff jab to say, you're not going to catch you with that punch again. You called me at the start of the second round. Venkatesan opened up nicely as well. Both fighters trying to engage left hooks. Swapping punches.
Proudly brought to you by the Australian Fight Series and Adam Wilcock promotion. Been a tremendous night of fight here at the atrium room, Flemington Racecourse. Harry Venka in the red trunks with the white piping. Frankie Laporto in the all white with the Boxing Fit logo.
I don't know, Harry Venka's strategy, just laying on the ropes and copping the body punches, I don't know what his game plan is there, because it's just playing in the hands of Frank Laporto.
Yeah, it is, Pity. There's no chance of Venka exhausting Laporto because he's just got tremendous endurance and durability, has Frank Laporto.
I think is he trying to do the old rope-a-dope that worked in 74 in Zaire with Ali and Foreman. Is that what did he watch that last night? Because I think that's what he's trying to do, just trying to get Frank to work himself out of it against the ropes, but I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, I can see Ali absorbing the punches, but Harry Vinker, well, we're talking another galaxy away there, Peter. Vinker needs to come out hard. But Laporto's just unloading in the corner.
Landed a nice uppercut.
Oh, left and right hand uppercuts. Laporto unleashing.
No, see that work that Vinker was just doing? That's parry and the way he was dropping. Sensational evasive skills there from Venka. Extremely impressed. He's dropping his back leg, catching the punches. Nice body shot there from Laporto. That hurt him.
Vinker's down.
That hurt him. He couldn't get away from that one.
Oh, he's back up.
That hurt him.
Tremendous body punching
Liver
there
shot.
by Frank Laporto, the Italian stallion.
It was a liver shot, Troy, and Nate don't
Yeah.
tickle.
Oh,
You won't get the ball.
Malcolm Bullner checking whether Vinker's up and about.
And you know where Frank's going to go straight to the body again.
Vinker coming out hard with a left and right hand combination. Was he
This is a war.
Watch those heads. Watch those heads.
Laporto doing his best work inside. Vinker, he needs separation, he needs range. But he's on jelly legs at the moment.
He is. Laporto's just a house of fire, pushing him back. This is Rage and Bull type of stuff. Jake LaMotta. Vinker's up against the ropes. He looks helpless from this onslaught. Laporto's punch output's been sensational.
Oh,
saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell. Laporto, tremendous.
Round 3.
But Vinker, he won't be denied.
You need to defend yourself a little bit more to be able to stop the fight. Okay? Yeah.
Second half, round 4.
Round 4, Peter Maniatis, of this PABA light middleweight title fight. And hasn't it been a sensation to date with Frankie Laporto trading blows with Harry Vinker, the New Zealander.
Indian via New Zealand.
Yeah, India, sorry about that. India via New Zealand. But Frankie Laporto, the Glenroy boy.
And for the viewers out there, Vinker in the red shorts and Laporto in the white shorts.
Yep. Laporto with the boxing fit emblazoned on his shorts.
That proud symbol of boxing fit.
Yeah, Mickey Hargraves here with his big cock-a-hoop tonight.
Nice body shot again.
Another body shot to Vinker.
He does not like the body
He
shots.
certainly doesn't, but he's back up on his feet, gasping for air, looking for petrol tickets. Malcolm Bullner, are you okay, Harry Vinker?
But it's the start of the round, Troy. He's got a long time to go before he could survive the round. He was saved by the bell last time. Now he's got 2 minutes of hell in front of him.
Oh, the combinations of Frank Laporto. He's putting on a clinic. Oh, Vinker's down again. Waved him
Almost
away.
waved it off.
All over Red Rover, Frankie
Laporto
Laporto.
reclaims his junior middleweight PABA title and cruises up the world rankings.
Pandemonium's broken loose in the atrium room at the Flemington Racecourse.
Referee stopped the fights in round 4.
Laporto continues his tremendous form. Oh, the world's his oyster.
Who's holding that? Brad, have you got that pivot?
Harry Vinker succumbing to devastating body shots from Frank Laporto. The boxing fit camp with Mick Hargraves in his corner, absolutely ecstatic.
Fantastic win, A+, Troy.
We're going to talk to referee Malcolm Bullner. It's been a night of stoppages, Malcolm. Twice from body punches, in fact, 3 times Harry Vinker went down from body shots.
Yeah, 3 times, and it didn't look like he was going to come back, so I had no alternative but to stop it.
You felt that the body punches were taking all the starch out of his effort.
Oh yeah, they were taking their toll on him. So
Malcolm, he's up against the ropes a few times with Laporto throwing plenty of bombs. Did you think of stopping it at any stage?
well, not at that stage, but the fact that he went down 3 times before he did, he was still throwing a few bombs, hoping one would land. Didn't land. Well, that's the luck of it, I suppose.
Troy Zantuck, Peter Maniatis signing off. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no, been a great night, Troy.
Thank you very much for your company, and we'll see you next time
2 minutes,
at the Australian Fight
44
Series.
seconds, round 4. Ladies and gentlemen, still the PABA light middleweight champion, the Italian stallion, Frank Laporto.
Range, I thought it would be the smarter way to fight him on the inside. The Harvey was telling me, start off jabbing at the start, see what happens, and then, after I worked inside. And yeah, that's where I finally got him with the pressure there.
Because I got an awful voice for.
It was like I got a hand was too good after so many rounds.
Well, the body shots did the damage. You left hooks to the body. Plenty of power in there. We'll call you the body snatcher now, Frank.
Yeah, I happened to hit him very clean, so yeah, a couple of times, but one of them was very clean, and that's when the first knockdown of the night was. So, thanks, Al. I just want to thank, first of all, Mick Hargraves. What can I say? I can't thank him enough. He's there with us every day, morning and night. You know, without him, I don't think I could do this many rounds. But without him, you know, at the end, and so of the other boxers that fight in the gym as well, he's there for them as well as us. So, you know, what can I say? I can't thank him enough. You know, he's been a brilliant trainer since I started with him. Thanks, Mick. I want to thank also for putting on the show tonight, Adam Wilcox. You've been helping us out, you know, me. Especially me and I think a few other boxers in the gym. It's been helping us get fights, you know, and slowly reach our goals. But the other thing I want to say, most of all, the whole of Boxing Fit have been a great support for me, and everybody that I work with at the wharf, they've come down to support me as well. Thank you very much, guys. Hopefully I'll bring you, you know, bigger and better things in the future to come. Thank you.
Frank, Nick, come across. We've got a great stable of stars, a magnificent establishment down at Port Melbourne, Hoppers Crossing. And Frankie's a man who's just arriving on the scene as an international fighter.
Yeah, for sure, mate. We've been told one more defence of the title and you'll get into the top 10, so the doors might open up. That's what we want. So, one more defence. We'll fight anybody in Australia, New Zealand, anywhere. We'll go to American fight. Frank will fight anybody. So anybody wants to fight Frank, give us a call.
Been a big night of boxing, some big blowouts. In the main event, Frank, the Italian stallion Laporto, Victoria's own, retained his PABA light middleweight championship with a 4th round stoppage of New Zealand's Harry the Cobra Venka. 2 other big wins tonight. Former Olympian from Queensland, Todd Kidd, he had a big first round victory over Jason Kanofski, a very accomplished Queensland champion. That was a one-round blowout. And Victoria's own Tim the Hunter Hunt blew away former IBO and Australian champion Matthew Paulley, also in the first round. 6 big professional fights. Fight Card Promotions, Flemington Racetrack, Howard Lee saying, protect yourself at all times, both physically and emotionally. Reach for the stars. We are one nation. You got to fight for your right to party. On behalf of Paris Productions, Adam Wilcock Promotions, keep punching. See you soon. Night, night, night from Flemington.